my name is Michaela and you're watching FunsizedStyle. Oh my gosh, I am so overwhelmed right now in the best way possible because I can't believe that I'm filming a video like this, to be honest, that I get the opportunity to talk about all this and share this and have had this opportunity and amazing community of people rally around me, and I honestly just don't even have the right words, and I feel like whatever I say in this video is not going to feel like enough. First of all, hello. If you're new here, there's a lot of new faces. My name is Michaela, and you probably saw me from Brett Conti video. I am very overwhelmed with the response, and I wanted to share a research fund update, and there are a part of this update I never imagined ever being a part of one of these updates. So for those of you that are new here for whatever reason, I created my own research fund at Michigan Medicine in Ann Arbor, Michigan to help raise funds for medical research funding for osteogenesis imperfecta and scoliosis, which are two conditions that I have, and I was inspired this past year to create this fund based on a series of experiences that I went through and was reflecting on. And what I have went through medically this past year it's been the greatest blessing, but also the most difficult thing I've ever endured in my life. And musculoskeletal conditions like osteogenesis imperfecta and scoliosis are some of the most underfunded areas of research and medicine, and I want to help change that. And so I created my own fund, Michigan Medicine. Michigan Medicine is the hospital that I receive my medical care at. They're absolutely extraordinary, and they do research, and the conditions that they do research are osteogenesis imperfecta and scoliosis. And so I'm so humbled and grateful that these experiences led me to do this, and hopes to one day be a part of a day where no one will ever have to go through what I went through medically this past year. I've created an entire video about what motivated me to start this research fund and the things that will be accomplished with this fund. I'll link that video here in the iCard. If you're new, or even if you're not new and you missed it, you can watch that video. So I always have the link down in my bio if you'd like to donate. But today I wanted to share a research fund update because ever since I created that video, I really have updated you guys on what's been happening with it and things that I have in the works with it and kind of what's next in the pipeline and all of the things. And it's some really amazing fundraisers that I have coming up, and one of them specifically that has already happened, and I received the surprise of a lifetime. So let's go ahead and get into this video. I'm really excited to give you guys some amazing updates about my research fund. Back in August, I received a surprise of a lifetime. I've never talked about this on my channel, but I am really great friends with Brett Conti. He is a travel vlogger here on YouTube. He lives in New York City and he travels the world, and we got connected through my friend Natalie's podcast. I don't know if you watch her either. If you guys don't watch her either, you guys are living under a rock. But her name is Natalie Barbu, and I was on her podcast back in December of 2019. Her podcast is called The Real Podcast. I will have the episode linked down below, and her channel, and everybody that I talk about, I'll have their socials linked down below. But Natalie is amazing, and Brett is a mutual friend of Natalie's, and so Brett listened to my podcast with Natalie. He just really liked my story, and we connected and all of that. And so ever since, we kind of started talking and have just became great friends. So he is so awesome and so kind and a really great person. And after my whole surgery debacle and everything, we've kind of just kept in touch, and he had talked about coming to Michigan so that we could finally meet in person and all of the things. Like, we FaceTime occasionally, and one of the times I was like telling him, because he was like, oh, like, what are you up to? And it was when I was having a meeting that day with the coordinator of my research fund, and so I was telling him about that, and he was like, I hope you don't mind, but like, I want to do something to help you out and with the research fund. And I was like, oh my gosh, because if you guys know Brett, like, everything he does is absolutely extraordinary. He is like so motivating and just does such incredible things in the world. And so him and his team are just awesome people, and I'm so honored to call them my friends and have them a part of my community. And he wanted to help raise money for my research fund. And he told me he was going to do something. He didn't tell me what it was going to be. He said it was going to be a surprise. That day that we FaceTimed, I didn't know it, but his assistant Gabe was filming this conversation a little bit. If you came from Brett's channel, as you guys saw in the video, I'll have the video links down. I didn't know this at the time. Long story short, he gathered 75 plus people on a New York City rooftop. He put on his Instagram. He temporarily blocked me from Instagram from seeing his posts and his Insta stories because he put out like an invitation thing, like have a meetup and I'm having this event for an amazing cause. And so he blocked me so that I couldn't see those posts. About a week we had FaceTime that he like just decided to put all this together. Like, way more people responded than he expected, and he was originally going to have it at his apartment, but then he ended up renting this like amazingly cute rooftop in Skyline Towers right outside of Manhattan. And I think they sponsored the rooftop, I'm not sure. But if they did, thank you so much to Skyline Towers for making this possible. This is absolutely incredible. So he got way more responses than he expected. And all of these people came together to have a party and raise money for my funds, like complete strangers that didn't even know me. Brett like shared my story with them and like told them about it. And like people just poured their hearts out. And like I said, like Brett's community, obviously until the video went live, didn't know me, didn't know anything about me or who I was, and until he shared this invite with them. And just to know that like complete strangers rallied around me, did something like this for me, like, this is so huge. New York City rooftop, 75 people gathered to help raise money for my research fund to help make my dreams possible and make life easier for me one day and so many others. And about 3 days later, he came to Michigan. He totally surprised me. He told me that he was sending me a package and that I had to be home in order to sign for it. Little did I know, him and Gabe were going to be at my doorstep. He totally surprised me. My dad answered the door because I was feeding Chloe, and I immediately heard their voice and I knew it was them, and I was like, you guys can tell from the video, I'm like so surprised. Like I know Brett mentioned that I didn't know anything about this, like that they were coming, and I promise you I did not know that they were coming whatsoever. It was truly the surprise of a lifetime, and I just feel like me sitting here describing it just isn't enough. I did want to show you guys some things that they brought me. So many people were involved in this event, so I'll put like everyone's socials that I have, like some companies and stuff that helped make this happen for Brett, and they were just incredible. So here's the check. I'm showing you the check because it's a fake check. They donated it online and he sent me confirmation of all of that and everything. But during the event, in one night, they were able to raise $3,250 for my research fund. You can see from his video, I was absolutely speechless. And we finally got to meet in person, but little did I know that he would have this massive surprise for me. The only thing that they gifted me was gifted to them to gift to me by Motion Books. It's a video book so that when you open it...
Michaela, it has been so amazing getting to know you and become your friend. And when you told me about your story and about your foundation that you just started, I wanted to do something to help get the word out and also raise some funds. So tonight, we are turning this 4,000 square foot terrace into a nightclub to help raise awareness and funds for you.
So I'm not going to play the whole video because you can actually see it in Brett's video, but this was such a special way for them to show me what they were up to that night and the surprise of a lifetime that they were putting together for me. So thank you to Motion Books for this book. This is seriously so special, and their friendship is enough and more than enough, and I never expected someone to go to the lengths of something like this to do this for me. I've never had friends who support my endeavors in such a big way. I was that girl in high school that sat alone every day at lunch, and now 75 people, complete strangers, gathered on a rooftop in New York City to rally around me, a cause that I'm so passionate about. I'm just so grateful And it's those experiences in my past that made these friendships so much more valuable to me and so special to me. And so thank you to obviously Brett's team, and Brett, of course, Brett, Gabe, Abe, and Seda for helping to put this together, and everyone else that was involved in this. Thank you to Skyline Towers, Youth XL, and Pucker were some bands and singers that were, and DJs that were involved. And this night they provided entertainment for everybody that was at the party. Motion Books for gifting me this book. So many people, so many companies were a part of this, and so I definitely wanted that to be part of this research fund and share with you guys what went on for the Davert OI and Scoliosis Research Fund. I just never expected someone to go to the lengths of this, like just their friendship is enough. And also an additional thing that they did for me was Brett's clothing company, Fortune. They released a limited edition hoodie, and 50% of the proceeds go to my fund as well. So they're still in the process of selling those. Right now they are still available and will be available until supplies run out, so I'll have those linked down below as well. Again, 50% of the profits of those will also go to my fund. I didn't know about this part until I watched the video. I threw that in at the end. Just when they've done more than enough, they did something else to support my fund. It was definitely one of the most special days of my life that I will never forget. I've never been surprised like that before to that length. Like, it was incredible, and they're just the greatest friends, the most kind, down-to-earth people. To see 75 strangers come together for me who don't even know me, like, there's so much good in the world, and I saw that firsthand through what was done for my research fund. So thank you to Brett, Gabe, Abe, Seda, everyone who was at the party. Thank you for coming. I wish, I was teasing Brett, I was like, it looked like such a good time, I wish I was there. We actually like want to plan something where I like come back and I get to be part of the party, meet the people that were there at that party, and kind of do it all over again. Hopefully we'll be doing that at some point. But thank you is not enough. But if you're not subscribed to Brett, I want to share about this because that was a huge thing that happened for my research fund and a huge part of this update and a huge donation that was received. And so I wanted that to be the main part of this research fund update. I'll share Brett's video in the description below. Thank you to everyone from Brett's channel who has made a donation so far to my fund. And if you're new, you can check out this video to learn more about my fund and what it's all about and why it's so important. If you or your company ever want to get involved and help raise money for my research fund, be sure to contact me. My email for that kind of stuff is in the description. Like, seriously, such a huge part of this update, so I wanted to be sure to share that, and I'm just so grateful for the most amazing friends. Okay, so I know that was like so much, but the next part of this update is I still have Life is Worth Fighting For apparel available. I wish I would not have done that. I mentioned in the original video where I announced that I started a fund. At the time I thought the shirts were only going to be available for a limited time, but they ended up being so much more popular than I thought they were going to be that I've just decided to keep selling them. So you guys know, if you probably watch my videos, you probably see it's always the first link in the description. But Life is Worth Fighting For apparel is still available. 100% of the proceeds go to the Davert OI and Scoliosis Research Fund at Michigan Medicine. I'm so grateful to everyone who has purchased some Life is Worth Fighting For apparel. It's been such a great way to bring our community together, and it's something that's really, really special for me. Another update that I have is I've been thinking of so many creative ways to raise money for this fund, and I've got some really, really great people involved in helping donate some things, and I'm in the process of actually planning some events, so that is really exciting. Like, I knew when I started this fund that I was going to be all in, but I didn't realize truly how much goes into running one of these things and keep the money going and keeping it coming in, because medical research is expensive. Like, it takes hundreds and thousands and millions of dollars to conduct medical research. And musculoskeletal conditions, osteogenesis imperfecta, and scoliosis, some of the most underfunded areas of medicine, areas of research in medicine. And so it's so, so important, and I want to bring that to the forefront for people. And this is going to be a lifelong project, and until there's a cure. I am very excited to, and just grateful to be a part of it. I'm working on some events that I can't wait to share with you soon. Well, actually, I don't know if it's going to be soon. Hopefully, I don't know. I've been planning it a lot, and I don't have like a whole team like Brett does. So it's a lot. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do. I mean, I know what I want to do, but it's like getting a venue for these ideas and getting the people involved and all these things. So I'm working on some things. I don't know what. But another fundraiser that is coming up. My friend Kim, she is an Avon representative, and so part of her Avon business in the month of November, 40% of the sales for her like Avon sales will go to my research fund, and I'll put her link down in the description starting November 1st. I'm hoping to post a video on November 1st talking about it and sharing more about that and all of that stuff. Starting November 1st through the entire month of November, you shop using Kim's link. 40% of the proceeds will go to my fund. Again, that does not start till November 1st, so I will not be putting the link in the description right now because the funds won't go to my fund until starting November 1st. It's a great way to get your holiday shopping started and supporting an amazing cause at the same time. So I have that going, and then I've just like created so many creative ways to get funds for this. So my friend Jacob, he has osteogenesis imperfecta as well. He lives in Ohio. He is an artist. He's an amazing artist. He does such great work. Like, his paintings are like so big. I asked him if he would do one of his amazing paintings and sell it, and when he sells it, if the proceeds could go to my fund. And he thought that was an amazing idea. And of course, he's passionate about the cause as well, being that he has osteogenesis imperfecta. And I thought a really great way to promote this as well is I'm hoping, depending on some circumstances, I'm hoping to go down there to where he lives in Ohio to meet whoever purchases this painting. They're like big paintings. This is no like $25 painting. Like, it's extraordinary. So that will raise a great amount of funds as well. And so I just have so many great ideas and so many amazing people involved, and I'm just so grateful to have a community of people wanting to get involved in this, because OI and scoliosis is not common. Like, people know about cancer, diabetes, heart disease, epilepsy, Alzheimer's. Not that those aren't important. Like, those are obviously just as important. Conditions like OI and scoliosis are like the most underfunded area of research and medicine, and I will continue to say that over and over because that needs to change, and I'm being part of the change. All of you that are getting involved and helping us out with this are also being a part of the change, and I really could not do it without all of you. It truly takes a village. So grateful to have you all as part of my village, and those are some events that I have coming up. Again, if you or your company want to host a fundraiser for my fund, definitely contact me. And if you want to get involved somehow, help us out, raise some funds. It's been amazing to see the support so far, but I'm telling you, like, I'm like constantly thinking of new ideas because medical research has a top dollar on it, let me tell you. I know the answer that you all want is how much has been raised so far. The deal with that is we are actually in the process of planning a little celebration for my surgeon. She is the one who I've had like forever and who did my spinal surgery and everything. I talk about her all the time on my channel, but she is the one who like does the research is involved in the research for OI and scoliosis, so she will be the PI of this fund. She will be the one to have access with this fund. We're throwing together a little surprise celebration thing, presenting a giant check of how much has been raised so far. Obviously, this will be a continuing thing, and we're not going to do this like for every so many thousand that I raise. But because I did just launch this fund only a couple of months ago, and because of the large amount that has been raised so far in such a short amount of time, we figured for the first time it would be really fun to do a celebration. So we are going to be surprising her with that, and I know people from her team watch my videos, so I don't want to spoil it here. You'll have to wait until we do the celebration. She's also the head of orthopedic surgery at the hospital, so she is a busy lady, and trying to make time in her schedule is going to be difficult, but we want to make it work, and we will make it work. But until that celebration happens, I'm keeping the amount a secret that I will share as soon as that happens. So I can't wait to share with you guys what I have next, but that's been a little update on my research fund. Again, never be shy if you want to get your company involved or yourself involved in helping raise funds for this. Definitely contact me, and this is such a huge passion project for me. Like, this truly is my heart and soul and gives me so much purpose. I'm so grateful to be able to use this pain for purpose, and that is the greatest gift that I could ever ask for. So that's it for this research fund update, and I will see you guys in my next one. Thank you so much for being part of this amazing, amazing cause.